Hello everyone! Happy, I'm not really sure what day it is that I'll be posting this, but right now it's Sunday. I hope you're doing well. My name is April and welcome back to my channel, April Notes. So today's video is going to be pretty short. What I'm really excited about is I finally finished swatching all of my card stock. And I learned one big thing swatching my cardstock is just how much cardstock I actually have. Past 2 years, I started organizing it in the job ticket holders that I learned about from Jennifer McGuire, and it's been a huge game changer. But I still found myself, going through looking for different colors. Sometimes I'd pull out a whole bunch of colors, maybe not always put them back. I try to keep them in rainbow order because they're labeled with the color name and the company name, but sometimes they would get out of order. And I don't know, it just wasn't working. And I know that I want to swatch everything so that I can easily flip through and then go get what I want. And so I finally finished swatching and I am so excited. So here are my cardstocks, and I don't know if you can clearly see this. So today's video is just showing how I swatch them. Maybe I can here we are. And this poppy's on the front. I love this red. It's from Concord and Ninth, or by Concord and Ninth. So basically I will show the process, but as you can clearly see, I used a die. It is a tag die by Hero Arts. There was a nesting set, and I cut each piece of paper one by one using this die. I used my label machine. I labeled the front and the back just in case, and then I put everything on a D ring or binder ring. Are these D rings, binder rings, a very large binder ring. And so that, and then I put it in color order because I love looking at this. But then I can tangibly hold this. But then I thought, wow, I've got this other tag die here that's really small. What if I made a travel size? So I did. I couldn't resist it. I made a travel size. Here I present the mini card swatch, which, oopsies, this wasn't kind of turned around the wrong way, but you can clearly see it. I've actually been taking these off and using them, and that's the idea. Is at my desk, I don't always want to maybe grab the large one. This one I could take apart, line the colors up, see what they look like. I'm pretty stoked. The only thing I haven't figured out yet is when I run out of a cardstock color, how to account for that. I guess I just remove the tag. I don't anticipate replacing every color I run out of. I actually would like to start using up what I have. And there's some colors that are similar enough I could get away with not having, two similar colors, right? I don't want to call out any company, so I'm not gonna find one here, but you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you have two colors from two separate companies and you're like, these are basically the same color, and I just bought 100 sheets of it. I better start using this a lot. So I'm just going to go through the process on how I made this and some of the mishaps I had along the way. It should be pretty short. I've already taken up more than enough time just gabbing on here, and yeah, let's go ahead and go to my desk. So these are some of the tags. I filmed this before I actually finished the whole set so I could film my process a little bit. And so you see here I'm squarely in the kind of orange yellow section, and it's a really nice shape. I like this size. I use the Hero Arts nesting tag die set. It comes with 5 different tag dies, and this is the second largest die. There's one that's like a jumbo die for a tag, which I can't wait to use. Haven't had a chance to use it yet, but I definitely will. And I also have the mini set that I previewed. So this one uses the smallest tag die in the Hero Arts set. And I just gotta say, I think this set is gonna be very versatile. It even comes with those little circle reinforcers, like a circle reinforced die. So I'm pretty excited about that. And for the mini ones, I just put the label just on the back. I wanted to keep the front clean, and it's not as large of a canvas, so I thought it would be best to just keep it nice and clean, and one label is enough. And this is what they look side by side, so you can really see it really is mini and then a much larger one. And you can think of the larger one as like maybe like a travel size. And so I just wanted to go through the process. I've been doing it in 5 cardstock colors at a time so I don't get confused. And so I just grabbed the next 5 colors that I needed to label and cut. And so I grabbed my label maker, and you see here the one color, it's Concord and Ninth. It's Parsley, and I've slowed the video down just a bit because I really want to show that I'm pushing print. Then I push escape, and I'm going and changing the font to 12 point, and then I'm printing again twice. So I printed it once in 9-point font for the mini tag, and then twice in 12 point so I could label the front and back of the larger tags. And then here's a trick I learned from Jennifer McGuire. Instead of pressing OK to feed on your label maker, you press escape, and you can get this nice chain of printing and use, see, I'm going to press escape. So it says feed, you say no. And I will try and see if I can find that video that she originally did. It was awesome, and it saved me so much label tape, so much, because there's another setting you do have to do. But anyhow, I will post all of that below if I can find that video. And if not, I will just post the instructions below. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut down all of the labels. I like to cut them, get everything laid out. You can see I've sorted them in front of me. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut all of my cardstock out, and then separate everything in little piles and then label. Because even though I think I know the colors, I realized quickly if I did too many at one time, I would kind of get confused. Like if it was all greens, I would be like, which green was this? Was this celery or was this parsley? I don't remember. So I just am doing 5, at a time, just how I'm liking to operate. And then for the labels, nothing fancy. I am just putting them on as best I can in the middle. Part of me, the OCD part of me, wants to be like right in the middle, but that would require more measuring than I know that I'm going to be doing. So I didn't do that. And then I put these on the back, which is basically the back side from when I die cut the paper. It kind of makes more sense once you actually use the die cut. But that's it. That is what they look like. And then as I'm building it, I'm just stacking them into some containers until I'm ready to put everything on my binder rings. So I just wanted to show my completed swatch again. So, this is a different day. I've completed the swatch. You can tell because my nail polish has changed. But I've completed the swatch, and I have the large and the mini. Now, I did not realize at the time when I bought the Hero Arts nesting die that particular hole that is cut, it's smaller than what I needed for the large binder rings. So I had to improvise, and I thought, what am I going to do? There's probably smaller binder rings, but I have a lot of these large binder rings. So I just grabbed my single hole punch, and I know it sounds tedious, but actually, compared to the labeling and the cutting, this part did not take long, and it was actually a little fun. I just went and punched a hole once over the existing hole into all of these. And because the first hole was already centered, everything looked really great. I wasn't worried about it being off center. And you can see they still look really good on the ring. I just added, oops, and then there, everything's nice and labeled. The other thing I wanted to mention is I did do specialty cardstock. So this is vellum, which I just labeled on the front and not the back because it is already see-through. And then glitter, some glitter cardstock that I have, which I labeled just on the back because I was worried about the label sticking on the front. So I thought, I don't need to see it. And I did sacrifice a little bit of my diamond glitter there. Also, one thing I ran into, so I had this great idea, I'm gonna laminate these and it's gonna be great. I realized quickly that when I laminated a color, sometimes it would look a little bit different from just looking at the color unlaminated. And so that's poppy laminated. It's hard to tell with this color. Some other colors, they looked much different, either darker or just kind of weird under the lamination. So I decided to not laminate. After I tried like 5, I decided not to laminate those cards. And then I just want to step into what it looks like to kind of use the color swatches, what I have in mind. So here I'm just searching on my phone, Valentine's Day color palette. So, you know, in the case you need inspiration, you can use your color wheel, but me, I'm not great at using it, or I don't always know exactly which shade to, you know, go with. And there's other people out there who are much better using color wheels than me. I realize I prefer to use the internet, just search for color palettes. And I found one that I like. So I thought, okay, well, here's a palette. Now, do I have cardstock that kind of matches up with it? And so this is me going through the process of trying to, you know, match all of my match it up. And what's nice about having your cardstock swatched is you don't have to pull out the entire piece, right, and have all this cardstock everywhere taking up space, especially if you have a smaller space you're working in. But the other thing is, look here, I might not have the exact color match, but I'm okay with that. I can, you know, pick the next best color, and at least I have some inspiration for putting colors together. So maybe I don't have a, you know, that exact violet on the end. I really don't. Like a kind of, I don't know what you would call that, a grape purple, but I'm picking a purple that I do have, and I think it's going to be, you know, comparable. It will work. It gets me going in the right direction and gives me some inspiration. So I went ahead and pulled all the colors that I thought matched this color palette to the best of my ability for the cardstock that I have on hand, and I was kind of playing around there, seeing if I wanted to use the cranberry tart. You know, I noticed sometimes I'll find 2 shades that are similar, and I just can choose one. But now I have this color palette, and I've pulled the colors. What I like is I could break it apart and use just the reds or one of the reds and the pink and purple. But what I'm going to do is I started a new folder on my phone. I'm going to take a photo of this because, you know, a week from now, I'm not going to remember exactly what I pulled, but I can take a photo of those colors and use them. Now, another way to use the swatches is if, you know, you wanted to use the mini swatch with the large ones and kind of see how the smaller one looks against the larger one. Or if you had a color and you thought, I really want to use this. So I thought, I want to use this lime green. And I also really like this purple. And I like how they go together, but I don't know what other colors go with lime green and, you know, purple. So I need a way to go ahead and figure that out. So what I decided to do was go to my phone and do a little search. So I typed in purple and lime green color, you know, palette. You can use color scheme. Anybody else misspell palette like all the time? I always give it one extra L. And so then I thought, okay, lime greens, there's some neon colors here. Maybe I don't exactly have neon, but I've got this nice, rich, deep purple. So where am I going? And then I saw this one, which looked really pretty. A lot of natural nature colors I liked. And I thought, okay, those look like colors I might have. So I just cut all the searching, but I did go ahead and pull 5 colors that I thought fit this color palette. And no, it's not going to be exact, I think, you know, a lot of the times, but it gets me going again in the right direction. And then I have some inspiration. And I think this is just great if you know you have this kind of vision in your mind, but you don't know what other colors to use. I feel like I always need that inspiration. And again, I'm going to take those, turn them on the back so I can see the names, right? I'm not going to remember later. And then I'm just going to take a photo. I will file that in my phone in my little color palette. And then later, you know, it's like, oh, I have that purple color palette I liked. So let me go ahead and pull it up and use it for a project. So that is it. I know that was a bit of a whirlwind of a video, but these are the color palettes. I will be actively using them now, either in videos or just in my craft room. But I hope that gave you some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching. And what are some of your best cardstock organization, tips? Go ahead and comment below. I'll see everyone on the flip side. Bye.